Sayang, nag-text pa kasi si
360 species of corals, 11 species of sharks, 13 species of dolphins and whales, and 100 species of birds and sea turtles. This magical spot within Philippine territory is governed by Philippine law, Republic Act number 10067, or the Tubatahan Reef Park Act of 2009. Last month, on January 17, the USS Guardian, a U.S. Navy minesweeper, in other words, a warship, passed by the Marine Sanctuary. It is said that park rangers radioed the ship with advice that it was nearing the reef. Malapit na kayo, baka mauntok ninyo itong aming reef. However, the ship captain allegedly insisted that the park rangers should instead raise their complaint to the U.S. Embassy. Ito na naman mga Amerikano, oo, para bang hindi ko sila naging classmate sa Amerika. Eh, biro mo, sasabihan ka na baka matangkil mo yung reef dahil malapit ka na, takutin niya, kayabang-yabang, mag-complain ka sa US Embassy. Doon siya sa Palawan, pero pinaparefer niya sa US Embassy. Isn't that a height of arrogance that they are not entitled to? For your information, they can speak English with their American accent. That is all they're capable of. Naging classmate ko yung mga iyan eh. Alam mo, galit lang tayo sa mga professor natin, hindi pinapamemorize tayo. Of course, since I'd already been a lawyer, I was already a lawyer, and I'd already been a graduate of UP Law. I went to take my graduate degrees there. And the first time I stood up, I memorized the entire case. And the entire class was astounded and remained behind after class to say, "Where did you get that talent?" And I said, "In my country, it's not a talent. Everybody memorizes." You're kidding. No! Everyone in the Philippines memorizes books. And they couldn't believe their ears. Oh, yan ang Amerikano na sinabihan mo na, baka malapit ka na. Sabi niya, magreklamo ka nga doon sa US Embassy. Hindi, abang naman itong Amerikano na ito. Yun lang, dahil matangkad sila, ang importante dyan ay kamukha ng Immigration Commissioner ako. Ang lahat ng undesirable agents hinuhuli namin, mas mataas sa akin, pinipresenta sa akin. Natural, kung tatayo kaming dalawa, mas mataas sila, di ba? Yeah, the first thing that I did always was, sit down. Tatayo ako ngayon, hindi ko siya ngayon nagtinggalan. Yun ang ginawa niya. According to the official statement of the Tubataha Management Office, the U.S. ship did not have a permit to enter the park, which is a marine protected area. It was also found that the vessel did not inform the Marine Park Rangers of its presence and situation, which is normally expected. When the Rangers informed the Americans of their violations, and the Rangers announced the intention to board the vessel, the radio contact remained unanswered. Hindi tayo pinansin. And the boarding protocol was aborted, especially since the Filipinos saw the Americans taking positions armed with weapons. Trigger happy itong mga Amerikano. Under Philippine law, the American warship violated the provision on unauthorized entry, damages to the reef, non-payment of conservation fees, destroying and disturbing resources, and obstruction of law enforcement officers. The American vessel directly caused environmental disaster over an area of some 4,000 square meters, which is the size of some 10 basketball courts. Under Philippine law, the U.S. Navy is duty to pay a fine pa lang ha, of $300 or some 12,000 pesos per square meter, plus another $300 per square meter for rehabilitation efforts. Akala na yun lang dapat nilang bayaran. The American crew were transferred to support vessels, but the warship, which is 68 meters long, is still there. Under the U.S. Navy salvage operation plan, the ship will eventually be broken down into pieces and taken away. But while it is there, it will continue to destroy marine life. It was an unspeakable crime to inflict such damage on our reef. The only defense of the Americans is that they allegedly used a faulty map that misplaced the location of the reef. Pero naka-high technology society sila, meron silang pagmumukha magsabi, nagkamali kasi kami mali ang mapa namin. This is the high-tech society. Mali ang mapa nila. Ba't nagbibenta ba ng mali na mapa? Bakit sa lahat ng klaseng mapa, yung pang pinakamali ang nabili nila. In other words, the Americans admit that they were sloppy with their map and that they were arrogant with the Filipino park rangers whose advice they disregarded. On February 4, the American ambassador reiterated regrets over the incident and assured our Foreign Affairs Secretary that the United States will provide appropriate compensation. Tama na ba yun? What is your basis for saying no? Here it is. As a student of international law, I find that the statement issued by the U.S. ambassador is disturbing and amounts to double speak, speaking from both sides of the mouth. The statement calls the Tubataha event as an accident. The word accident implies that the act of the U.S. ship involved no negligence and no fault. Furthermore, the U.S. government has offered other forms of assistance. Thus, in my view, the statement issued by the U.S. Embassy makes American compensation and other activities look like foreign assistance for which we Filipinos are expected to feel grateful. Gee, thanks for bumping into our reef. In other words, I'm concerned that the American offer of compensation is made to appear not as a dictate of legal obligation under international law, but as an indulgence in American magnanimity. Yun ang problema natin. Nililay namin na may kasalanan sila. Sila na may kasalanan, tayo ngayon ang magpasalamat sa kanila. Yun ang magiging epekto ng kanyang diplomaties. If the Philippine government resorts to legal process to demand compensation, on record, the Americans could have evaded any admission of guilt. Biro mo, pareho namang lingwahe natin, gaganong-ganunin nila tayo para bang di tayo kakaintindi ng Ingles. Instead, the Americans could oppose any complaint in an international law tribunal by raising the defense of sovereign immunity from suit. Sovereign immunity, my foot. Allow me to make a simple analysis of the international law dimensions of the Tubataha event. There is no question that Tubataha near Palawan is part of Philippine territory, protected not only by Philippine law, but also by the UN declaration that it is a World Heritage Site. When the American warship ran aground in the reef, the U.S. government committed what internationally calls an, quote, internationally wrongful act. This is a word of art. This is a term of art in international law. It was an internationally wrongful act to allow that warship to run aground and thus destroy our reef. As such, the Tubataha event is a violation of the international law codified under the topic of, quote, responsibility of states for internationally wrongful acts, unquote, issued by the International Law Commission. May kasalanan sila. May batas eh. Alam mo, international law is a very complicated field of law because kung criminal law ka, pumunta ka lang sa criminal law natin known as the penal code. Kung civil lawyer ka, pumunta ka lang sa civil code. Kung constitutionalist ka, pumunta ka lang sa constitution. Yan ang lahat. Pero ang international law, walang libro. Ito lang ang one of the very rare cases where we're very fortunate that there is a codification of international law on the topic of responsibility of states for internationally wrongful acts. Under this topic, the Tubataha event is covered by at least 2 articles. Under Article 1, and I'm quoting, every internationally wrongful act of a state entails the international responsibility of the state. Under Article 2, again I'm quoting, there is an internationally wrongful act of a state when conduct consisting of an action or omission, letter A, is attributable to the state under international law, and B, constitutes a breach of an international obligation of the state. Therefore, as provided by the International Law Commission, under the principle of attribution, the conduct of the officials and personnel of the USS Guardian is considered as an act of the U.S. government under international law, and consequently, the U.S. government bears responsibility. Aminin nila ang kasalanan nila at magingin sila ng dispensa. Hindi na, sorry lang ha, hindi naman namin sadya eh. Sadya ninyo kasi nabihan na kayong lumayo kayo, ayaw nyo eh. The International Law Commission is one authority. Let me cite another authority, Sir Ian Brownlee,